guys.
First game back for you in a couple of them. Just how did it feel sort of getting your wind back after missing a couple of games?
Honestly, surprisingly good. It's true that I only played 20 minutes, but I felt good for the first game back. Obviously, I had a little bit like some bumps again, which have been, uh, it's. I want to be out there. It's like killing me to not be perfectly healthy, but now I feel on the right track. I felt great tonight. You could see, I think, by the way I was moving, everything, in even those 20 minutes. So I'm happy about that, and I look forward to building on top of this game.
Was the illness that you're dealing with something that you've dealt with in the past, or is this kind of something new to you?
No, I wouldn't say it's the same thing. Just wasn't feeling too good, honestly. So you know, just not being healthy. But not. I wouldn't say it's the same stuff from last season. So that's good. I think I kind of put that behind me even this summer playing for the national team. But anyway, just catching whatever, it's frustrating. I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy, and I will be healthy.
Obviously, like first game back, pretty tough matchup for you to have to deal with Jokic. Everyone knows about how great he is, especially on the offensive end of the floor. But from your perspective, trying to guard him, especially your first game out, what was the difficulty you found in that matchup?
Every time it's the same. Honestly, like he had 40. I looked up at one point and I was like, oh, he's not having a good game, and he had 29 in that moment. I was like, he's just he's born for this, like nobody else. His talent is unreal, and you could tell like first half he was playing at his like slower pace, but like second half he started turning up more, and we had a little bit more trouble with him for sure. But overall, we battled him all night long, and that's all you can do. Try to battle him and make it difficult, and he will still score, but at least try to wear him out as much as you can. But this guy's special.
This was the second time in your career coming off the bench, but you seem to have a great flow when you got into the game. Well, was that a big adjustment for you, or was that something you were able to handle pretty easily?
I don't know. I think I'm kind of good at these kind of you. I always like say to myself that you can put me in like any situation, I'll figure it out. Obviously it's not what I love, but I think it makes sense. I'm playing limited minutes, and I will like do whatever is best for the team. I really, and I say those words and I really mean it. I'm here just to help this team win. If that means like coming off the bench, then that's perfect for me. But yeah, I look forward to building back up from this point on.
AP, you talk about players who are special when you mention Jokic, but your own teammate Jaylen joins kind of unique company with him being one of the few players that have a first half triple double. What have you seen out of Jaylen since you've been here in Atlanta, and just sort of how he's kind of taken the mantle as a leader on the team?
Honestly, I didn't like from outside looking in. I didn't expect him to be that good of a passer, that good of a creator, and he's honestly he's just putting those numbers up kind of like consistently and pretty like with the flow of the game. You don't feel like he's forcing too much. He's just getting downhill, kick out this, like getting some easy looks for us, some dump offs for us. Like honestly, he's playing at a super high level. Um, I'm happy to see him playing like this. Honestly, just seeing him like day to day, how he works, like how he's like locked in on each thing. Like you could tell like this guy wants to be great, and I'm just here to support him and give what I can, what I see, but this guy is on a track to be like crazy special player.
On that final offensive possession for you guys, you kind of had the time to be able to put something together and get a three there. What was Denver doing defensively that made it just so difficult to be able to get off that shot?
On the last play,
Yeah.
we had opportunities, honestly, and I think Nikhil will be the first one to say like could have probably kicked it out there. Like even I think when he shot the first one, they kind of got a piece of it. I think Murray or somebody. Uh, Probably he will look at the film. He's like, I had a kick because I think I was pretty open, and with me 7-3, like pretty much most of the time I can get a shot off. But even when he drove, that was perfect. He got in the paint. I think we had a kick out, to Veet. But it's just how it goes, like Nikhil was having a great game, played like gave everything for the team. And this is a split second decision you have to make whether you score that and you try to go for a foul again or maybe a steal, and it can go 100 different ways, and he just tried to make the right play for the team. Didn't work out for us, but you have to give credit to him and the whole team that we battled all night.
Hey, KP. During your time in Boston, you guys ran a baseline out of bounds set pretty often, like triangle or like a flat alignment, and Atlanta has gone to that as well. I'm curious, like how comfortable are you in the half court offense in Atlanta? Did you suggest like those types of plays, or was that more so just the coaching staff brought it to you and said, "Hey, let's continue this from Boston"?
No, I think Q like watched some of the stuff that they were running for me in Washington and then in Boston that worked, and he's kind of taken some stuff and maybe twisted it a little bit or whatever he saw sees, and Q is like offensive mastermind. Honestly, like the stuff that he has and how he has us running and the principles that we have with offense is it's now being here, like it makes sense. It makes sense why he's this caliber of a coach. And why we're playing decent basketball.
AP, how tough is it to when you have a team like this on your floor? You have them on the ropes in the first half. You all shoot lights out in the first half, and obviously it's a back and forth game. You lose the lead, they get the lead. You fight back. But how important is it to kind of when you have a team like this on the ropes to close them out? When it comes to the morale of this team and just how this team is continuing to grow. How important is it to just close a team like this out when you have that opportunity?
Felt like we were in control of the game for I don't know 30 whatever minutes, and then that last stretch they were kind of in control. They were up 10, up 8. And we fought back and we kind of got us in the game. So I would say like it was more kind of on them to close it out, maybe. But we actually fought back and got right there. Um, of course, there's things we can break down at the end that we could have done better. But I think it was more of that run they had, and we gave up some open looks, some open threes that gave them momentum and gave them life. That we should have been a bit more sharper there. Maybe something was we could have done a little bit better job there. I think that was like a important moment of the game. But that's how it goes. It's like runs, and honestly, like even though it's a loss, but I'm like happy with the way we fought. Happy with being back, and I'm sure in the future we'll close out these kind of games. Thank you. Yep. Thanks, guys.